You know that feeling when you're reading a book by an author from another country and you just feel completely transported? Well, that magic isn't just the author's work. It's also the work of a literary translator, a true artist who, most of the time, remains completely invisible. So today, we're going to pull back that curtain and see how this hidden art really shapes our world. It's so easy to think of translation as just a mechanical task, like using Google Translate to swap one word for another. But honestly, if it were that simple, we wouldn't need skilled human translators at all. The reality is so much more complex and, frankly, way more interesting. So let's ask that question directly. Is it really just about trading words? Let's look at a quick example that shows why the answer is a huge, resounding no. Okay, check this out. If you take the English idiom, "it's raining cats and dogs," and translate it word for word into Arabic, it's just nonsense. It makes no sense at all. The translator's real job is to find an expression that captures the feeling and the meaning, like "it's raining like a flood," not just the literal words. And that really gets us to the heart of it. If translation isn't just a simple swap, then what are the massive challenges that translators are wrestling with every single time they bring a story into a new language? This is where it gets really tricky. A book isn't just a pile of sentences. It's baked into its culture, right? It's packed with jokes, references, and ideas that, well, they don't always travel well. It's like navigating a cultural minefield. Translators are basically expert jugglers. They have to deal with all of this at once. They need to be a cultural expert, a literary detective, and a grammar whiz, all rolled into one. Let's dig into a few real-world examples. So take this Arabic phrase. It's a perfect example of humor that's tied directly to the culture. It's a really clever pun that only makes sense in Arabic because it plays with the double meaning of the words. If you try to translate it literally into English, the joke is just gone. Poof. It completely evaporates. And then you've got the author's unique voice. In To Kill a Mockingbird, the Southern dialect isn't just some extra flavor. It's absolutely essential to who the characters are and the world they live in. So how does a translator capture that authenticity in, say, Japanese, without making the characters sound just weird or totally unnatural? And get this, even something as basic as sentence structure is a massive creative puzzle. That famous first line of Pride and Prejudice? To make that iconic sentence feel just as witty and natural in Arabic as it does in English, the translator has to completely rebuild it. They're basically performing grammatical gymnastics. Okay, so when a translator is up against all these challenges, they come to a fork in the road. They have to make a huge strategic choice. Do they change the text to make it feel familiar and comfortable for the new reader? Or do they keep it foreign and ask the reader to come meet the text in its own world? These two approaches are called domestication and foreignization. Domestication is all about bringing the text to you, the reader. It smooths out those cultural bumps to make it feel like it was written in your own language. Foreignization does the opposite. It preserves those foreign bits, challenging you to step into the original world. And trust me, this is a big deal. There are endless debates in the translation world about which one is better or more authentic. Here is a brilliant example of domestication in action. In the Arabic dub of Disney's Monsters, Inc., a line about the U.S. eastern coast gets changed to As-Sahel al-Shamali, which is a super well-known resort area in Egypt. For the Egyptian audience, that reference clicks instantly. The text has literally been brought home. So, with all these insane challenges and big strategic choices, what is the end goal? What separates a good translation from a truly great one? Well, it turns out there's something of a checklist, a guide to what makes a masterpiece. A truly fantastic translation absolutely nails all 7 of these. It's not enough to be accurate. It has to be clear, it has to capture the original style, and, this is crucial, it has to hit you with the exact same emotional power. In the end, a great translation becomes its own beautiful piece of literature. And this is why this invisible art is so important. It's about so much more than just sharing good stories. It's about building bridges between entire worlds. I mean, this quote really says it all, doesn't it? Every single translated book is like a handshake across a cultural divide. It's an invitation to see the world through a completely different pair of eyes. Because of translation, we get to dive into foreign literature, we get to learn about cultures we might never visit, and we develop this amazing appreciation for how beautiful and unique other languages are. It's an incredible tool for building empathy around the globe. So I'll leave you with this thought. The next time you're lost in a novel that wasn't originally written in your language, just pause for a second.
try to spot the translator's invisible hand. What choices did they make about a joke, a cultural reference, or the author's style to bring that world to you? You might just discover a whole new layer of art to fall in love with.